God is good. God is good all the time. Yes, sir. Y'all saw what just happened to the so-called front runner. She gave out her fancy little speech, her lingo. What you just saw was a private citizen hand some politicians their ass. Period. See, this is what I talk about when I say the Republican Party ain't ready for 2021. We are funding this crap. Realistically, I should have lost this debate convincingly. And instead, I showed you how much of a joke Amanda Chase is. I don't even need to talk about the other candidates, but I am going to bring up one. Duran. Listen, Duran, shut your mouth when grown folks is talking. We ain't here to be friends. You trying to have, can we get along speech. That ain't going to happen. No. I'm like, when y'all had the chance to speak up about censorship, you saw what I said, right? Because leaders speak up. Punks act like sheep. And they stay silent. And that's what you would have done for the American people when things would have really went down. What are you going to do? Talk to everybody in the Republican Party about, can we get along? And you got Democrats destroying our churches, taking away our history, taking away our guns, increasing taxes. What else can the Democrats do to make you understand they ain't going to be any nicer to the Republican Party or their candidate? What you found out right now, anybody can watch the Greater Peninsula Young Republican Forum/debate. Every single comment I gave out, you could look at Amanda Chase's face because she knew who I was talking about and it wasn't hard to explain. The only rule was no cross-talking, but I made sure Amanda Chase felt it. Period. And what you're telling me, this is the front runner. Realistically. And I could destroy them. Imagine what the Democrats could do. Seriously. Everything I said, Democrats could use against her. Period. And realistically, she didn't even have a comeback. I could have gave her a comeback for anything I said against her because I'm savage. But the fact is, I won and kicked ass, and ain't nobody going to dispute this one. I gave it to the newspapers and everybody else so they could look at what losing looks like. Realistically, people are whining and crying like babies because they feel like their feelings got hurt. You deserve it. The fact is, my country is more important than your feelings. You just don't like who said it. But either way, it doesn't matter who said it. Truth is truth. Period. I can't believe we in this situation where I got to deal with amateurs going up against a professional and they supposed to be the professional. You heard all their accolades. Hey, I used to work for this. I have my degree at Virginia Tech. Oh, I was a great business person. Guess what we saw? We saw how weak and soft and pathetic all of those accolades were on you. They ain't for everybody. Other people can actually back up what they say. Other people just talk the talk. See, now you understand why Amanda Chase was trying to sue me with the anti-Governor Northam law. Because I asked her a question about her situation. Guess what? Democrats going to do the same thing. No different. Other opponents going to do the same thing. We already got a racist jerk naming Pete Snyder who called Trump a racist jerk. I'm like, realistically, this is the best they got to offer? Honestly, anybody watching that debate is going to say, oh my God, he destroyed y'all. And I got Democrats tomorrow to eat for breakfast. Honestly, I told people I was Mr. Nice Guy because I was studying you. I was studying your BS. I knew exactly what you was going to say before you even said it because I always think 5 steps ahead of time. And I destroyed you and eat you up. Everything y'all said was tax increases. That's the number one thing that came out of everybody else. What they got out of me was revenue. And they got somebody with a backbone spine who stood up to the establishment and crushed them. Your front runner, I crushed. Period. And I guarantee you, Amanda Chase does like Kirk Cox and starts skipping forums with me in it because they're like he's just too much, he's making you look bad. The fact is, you're making yourself look bad, and we have too much on the line for a weak politician in this game. This is the same one who decided to do a video promo with Marxists with our flags down while armed. Don't talk to me about you openly carry anywhere if you're not even ready to use it. I don't care how many fancy videos you put out there or how many staged events you put out there. A punk is a punk no matter what. Seriously, people, think about who you're voting for right now. Because I'm going to do the same with Youngkin. I'm going to do the same with... I already did it. This is the second debate that got destroyed. And the only thing I did was have my house slippers on. This is the best. They got Antifa, who's trying to do anarchy and destroy America. You got other groups trying to get concessions from us in any kind of way they can that sympathize with them. And we got these weak Republicans thinking that they can stand up against McAuliffe and the Democratic monster. What you found out is only one monster that you could send against the Democrats, and it's Rutledge the Pit Bull. That nickname was earned, not entitled like the rest of these spoiled brats. Y'all better bring your A game when dealing with me. And tomorrow, Lee Carter from the Democrats, I'm going to go after. Please don't worry about it. I got your back here. I'm going to destroy Lee Carter and Jennifer McClellan from the Democrats tomorrow at 2 p.m. And y'all going to see exactly what we need to win in November. That's exactly the type of fight we need to crush Democrats. And I'm doing it, and I'm taking the charge, and I don't care how others feel about it. Y'all had y'all chance. Now it's my way. Period. I can't believe they sent somebody so amateurish. I gotta come up with new words. I mean, honestly, that's their front runner. Your front runner is supposed to crush me on sight. It's supposed to knock me out the box. What you saw was somebody get rattled. I told you I'd make her crack, snap, and pop, and that's exactly what I did. With everybody else watching. That lets you know who's ready for November. Realistically, that lets you know to tell man to chase, you better get your A game on. You better work a little bit harder. You better come up with something else. I'm not even talking about Santini. He's not even relevant. Not even relevant. Durant, I'm like, you would be relevant, but the problem is you kiss too much ass talking about work with people and all this other stuff. You think the Democrats is working with us right now? They're using the nuclear option on us. Please, shut up. This is time to destroy Democrats. People, that's why I say bet your candidates. I made sure I betted this one, and I'm going to make sure the next time she's up there, she's going to get destroyed even worse. I didn't even use 5% of my arsenal on her. No, I didn't. Seriously. Even a construction worker knows more than Amanda Chase about what's really going on here in America because they feeling it. Barbershops, hair salons, small business, renters, landlords, all of them. All the people she denied release, she was the vote where people was on life support, like I said, and she decided to deny it. Look at all the businesses, all the landlords, all of them could have had relief. The votes was there for it to happen. Guess who was behind denying it happened during a pandemic and crisis that was created by Northam? You could have explained that one. Too bad. You can't explain something when you don't have the revenue to pay back the money that you let somebody get. And they talking about working with people. They destroying our businesses. They destroying Virginia in general. And they don't care. They not even asking Republicans for their opinion. And you talking about let's get along and all this other stuff. We ain't Rodney King. When we saw Rodney King, what was happening to him? The point is, right now, we don't need Rodney Kings right now pretending to be Rodney Kings. We need warriors, patriots, those at ground zero. That's who the people going to listen to. And I destroyed y'all front runner. So Republicans, now you see why y'all blackballing, because guess why? That's what you didn't want to happen. But I give Amanda Chase credit. She was better than the rest. That means imagine how much I dominated them. But at the same time frame, she was nowhere near me. None. So I'm going to make sure y'all have a chance to see it. Greater Republicans, I'm going to let them do their thing. Make sure you take the time to see it. But what you going to watch, that's your front runner. I destroyed on my day off. Seriously. We got to get ready, Republicans, and we need somebody. Imagine if this was a debate with McAuliffe and that happened. McAuliffe would destroy her. And Democrats would just be laughing their asses off at us, saying, that's your best? And you know what McAuliffe's going to say? That private citizen kicked your ass. Y'all should have had him. And I love being a private citizen because I ain't tainted by the swamp. I don't need that. I'm allergic to politicians. I don't want none of them. Honestly, I want the American people and the Virginia citizens. I want their support. But the fact of the matter is they got to watch that front runner, their front runner. Talking about I'm double digits in the poll. Guess what? He's losing by 20 to McAuliffe, and he's expanding his number to 50% right now. Really? Look at who they put all up in the newspaper. You'll think with that much media attention, you should be way above. You should be neck and neck, or at least within the margin of error, or at least 5%. You can't tell me 20%, and this is the best we got. I destroyed them. Period. Like I said, tomorrow, y'all gonna watch me destroy Democrats. And I'm talking about I'm gonna be even more vicious. They ain't even ready. And I guarantee you, they watch that debate and they saying to themselves, oh, I guarantee somebody drops out from the Democrats. Because they don't want to look like what Amanda Chase looked like. And she underestimated. Yeah. Nah, you got hustle. Meaning basically, you underestimated. You thought you was going to walk through this thing. You was going to have the red carpet treatment. And then at the end of that red carpet was Merle Rutledge, Mr. Drain the Swamp. That's exactly what I just did. And I'm proud of it. Because we need a fighting Republican, not these actors. Period. I can show up in a park full of Marxists. She could show up in a park where it's empty and the police cleared it out. That ain't leadership. Leadership confronts the monster. They don't run from it and hide. And right now, I'm here to destroy the Democratic Party at its joints. God bless you, and God bless America. Oh, hell yeah.